Lead smelter plant closed, still its presence lingers.
The lead contamination in Omaha earned the city the title as the largest residential lead cleanup site in the history of the Superfund program. 3 News Now reporter Shantae Passmore, she explains why the fight against lead exposure continues. Shantae.
Good morning. Now more than ever, there's a big push for people to know whether there's lead inside their homes, and that plant we were just talking about, that had been in operation for more than 125 years, and that alone is concerning for the Douglas County Health Department. Since 2010, the agency sent thousands of letters to affected properties in East Omaha, that number around 13,000 letters. These are places where the EPA already cleaned up the soil before the city took over, and the Douglas County Health Department is not the only one concerned with the long-term effects of exposure on children. So are doctors.
Chronically over time will cause problems with inattentiveness at school, developmental delay, and once again abdominal pain and just real extreme irritability.
And we just heard from Dr. Erin Laug. She told me she sees about 1 or 2 cases per 6 months. And later on in the show, we're going to meet a family whose son is dealing with lead exposure. And more important, we're going to learn what they did about it and how they're protecting their other children. Live in Omaha, Shantae Passmore, 3 News Now this morning.
This Weather Alert Team forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, roofing, siding, and windows.
All right, at 5:03, no major weather problems this morning. It's a little chilly at 21. That's actually a little bit of an improvement from what we've become accustomed to. The problem is there's still a little bit of a breeze from 10 to 15 miles per hour, so that 21 feels like it's in the single digits, and will probably stay chilly this morning. Temperatures will generally settle back into the teens, and they'll go back through the 20s during the morning hours. Midday numbers should be flirting with 30 degrees, and warmer weather's on the way this afternoon. Highs will actually make it to the mid to upper 30s. With that, a mix of sun and clouds. And I think the winds stay in check, guys. Looks like we'll probably see south to southeast winds actually maybe come down a little bit, which is good news as temperatures go up and it turns even warmer tomorrow. I'll show you how high the mercury is going to go on Valentine's Day coming up in a few minutes.
Can't wait. Thanks, Ryan. A state senator and gubernatorial candidate is switching parties yet again, and this morning he is making things official.
Bob Criss has switched his voter registration to Democrat. The former Republican first left the GOP to create a third-party challenge to incumbent Governor Pete Ricketts. He says voters are fed up with constant partisan politics from Governor Ricketts and party bosses. Last week, anchor Craig Negrelli asked the governor about the specific allegations and that criticism.
He wants to restore a nonpartisan attitude in Nebraska. He claims that the situation in Lincoln has gotten divisive and that Governor Ricketts has worsened that situation. How would you address that?
Well, we work very closely together with the legislature. Again, getting anything done, our Transportation Innovation Act, our tax bills from previous years where we've established tax relief, all those things require us to work closely with the legislature. When we combine state agencies to become more efficient and more effective, we're working with senators to be able to do that.
Hit those areas.
Criss plans to make a formal announcement today when Lincoln Mayor Chris Beitler. Administrators at the West Side School District say a vote will not be held this month on proposed boundary changes. They say after listening to concerned parents at a meeting last week, they didn't do an adequate job of articulating their elementary attendance strategy. District 66 is building a new Sunset Hills Elementary School near 95th and Walnut. It will house 1 more class for every grade level, bringing in some students who would now go to Loveland and Swanson Elementary. A neighborhood meeting is scheduled for today at Sunset Hills at 6:30 p.m.
The current superintendent for Westside is staying with the district at least for now. Dr. Blaine McCann was one of 3 finalists for the superintendent position in Shawnee Mission, Kansas. That district has nearly 30,000 students. However, last night the school board there chose Dr. Michael Fulton of Pattonville, Missouri, near the St. Louis area, to be their next superintendent. McCann became superintendent at Westside back in 2012. A change by the Education Department has some students saying they are now left vulnerable to bullying and violence. 3 News Now reporter Max Charlton is live from our alert desk with more on this topic. Max?
It's an Obama-era initiative being rolled back by the Department of Education. A spokeswoman says it will no longer investigate civil rights complaints from transgender students who have been banned from using bathrooms matching their gender identity. This is a direct reversal of guidance under the previous administration. It was believed Title IX, the federal law banning sex discrimination in schools, also protects transgender students. But the Trump administration has a different interpretation. It believes the law prohibits discrimination on the basis of sex, not gender identity. The decision has been criticized by civil rights groups who say it endangers the welfare of transgender students. At the Alert Desk, I'm Max Tarleton. Back over to you.
As the flu season rages on, there are signs we still haven't seen the worst of it. More than 60 children have died from the virus, and 1 in 13 doctor visits last week was for flu-like symptoms.
But there's hope thanks to new drugs and technologies helping to combat the flu. Hinadoba explains.
With the CDC reporting 1 in 10 deaths in the U.S. is currently due to influenza or pneumonia, tragic stories are a nearly daily occurrence. Among the latest victims, a 5-year-old girl from Brooklyn. Neighbors describe in heartbreaking detail seeing her desperate mother.
She was sitting on the floor with her, holding her daughter, cradling her daughter. And she was just trying to tell her daughter, wake up, please don't leave me.
This flu season, already one of the worst on record, may actually not have peaked yet. But there is news of potentially cutting-edge new treatments. This is a far UVC light. Unlike traditional UV light that can damage the skin and cause cataracts, far UVC can't get past the top layer of the skin or the tear layer of the eyes. The benefit of that is these lights could be on at all times and placed anywhere, from a doctor's office to your office.
It really does kill influenza virus, and it really doesn't harm you and I.
And among the experimental drugs showing some promise, one from Japanese pharmaceutical company Shionogi that has killed the flu in a single day with a single dose.
Because it stops it from multiplying, other cells don't get infected, other people don't get infected.
The drug and others that hold potential, if fast-tracked for FDA approval, would hit shelves at the earliest next flu season. Hinadoba, CBS News.
This deadly flu season has found another victim. Businesses, especially small businesses. Experts predict employers will lose billions of dollars in productivity to the flu season this year. Other analysis told USA Today that estimate is too high, but still think the losses will be significant. Small business owners are crunched, some saying they had to close because they only have a few workers and they all got sick.
Walgreens wants to buy a major drug distributor and become one of the biggest companies around. The Wall Street Journal reports it is in talks to buy AmerisourceBergen. That would make Walgreens a pharmacy and a drug distributor under one roof. Walgreens already owns 26% of the company. CVS just bought out Aetna in a similar deal. Some analysts see this as a move to bulk up and fight off any move by Amazon to dip into the market. Well, workers for Waste Management of Nebraska will be seeing a little extra in their paychecks, all thanks to the new tax laws. Full-time employees who don't receive bonuses or are in sales will get an extra $2,000. They say the money will be extended to new employees hired in 2018 as well. Waste Management is also looking for some new additions to their team. They will be holding a job fair on February 17th from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. near 16th and Laurel. New and experienced drivers are eligible for a $4,500 bonus.
It's day 2 of a program that lets students take a hands-on approach toward possible future careers. Union Pacific kicked off their 2nd annual Career Rocket program on Monday. 240 area students will get the chance to try their hands at computer coding, robotics, and other challenges. The program brings together students, teachers, and businesses to provide career experiences in the tech field.
Our goal is really to build the tech talent pipeline and make sure that people understand what tech careers are out there.
Put the ball in and make sure it fits.
The Career Rocket program hopes to excite students about opportunities right here in the Omaha metro area. What an awesome program. Start them off young and hopefully, down the road, they'll get a career that they can really, work.
Especially at UP, too. Keep the talent local. Keep them here.
Sure.
We don't want to move them out. So great to start them young and great to see a warm-up in our forecast. I'm liking it.
I think a lot of people are. In fact, we'll kick that off this afternoon. Bigger warm-up tomorrow, and then we do a little bit of a juggling act through the rest of the week. But overall, I think most people are going to like the Sunday forecast here.
All right, I'm liking it. Coming up, it's crunch time for teams trying to make it into the NCAA tournament. Who's up and who's down in our morning Sports Minute. That's coming.
In an act of kindness on a wrestling mat, Lindsay Thies has this heartwarming story you won't want to miss. Time now, 5:12, 22 degrees outside. Live look of downtown Omaha all lit up on this Tuesday morning. You're watching 3 News Now this morning.
You're watching KMTV 3 News Now with Emily Zink, James Johnson, weather with meteorologist Ryan McPike, and traffic with Max Tarleton. This is KMTV 3 News Now this morning.
Get 24% off membership at Genesis through February 15th.
I'm Troy Trum. When it's time to sell your home, call me, because I have buyers who can't find the right home, and it may be yours. The sooner you call me, the sooner we can sell your home. For your home dream, call the Trum team at 402-884-4848.
How do you become America's best-selling truck?
Come on, Briggs. Wait for your pitch, kiddo.
You give it best-in-class towing, payload, and with built-in Wi-Fi?
Yes!
The best seats in the house.
That's how it's done.
Just like his grandpa!
Even better.
That's Ford, America's best-selling truck 41 years straight. Now get up to $9,600 total savings on the 2018 F-150 or lease one for only $269 per month. Hurry into your Midwest Ford dealers today.
Save big money now during Menards Big Sale. All stock Fight electric LED bulbs are on sale. A 4-pack of general purpose LED bulbs uses 85% less energy than standard 60-watt bulbs. In soft white or daylight, only $3.99. Great Lakes pre-finished hardwood flooring offers superior quality and beauty. Pebble Stone Finish 3-inch solid hickory is $369 a square foot. Natural 3-inch solid hickory is only $419 a square foot. Now during the big sale at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Mom would always say you go to Burlington when you need a new coat.
I love the jewelry.
They have everything for the baby. Dresses,
shoes and socks,
sweaters, great fragrances.
All the great brands at a fraction of the cost.
It's Burlington Coat Factory.
It's just Burlington.
Oh, Burlington.
Snacking has never been this exciting. To get your own free sampler box, just go to Graze.com, enter the code SNACK17, and we'll mail your free box to your home or office. So come to Graze.com for your first box free.
I'm Troy Trum, and I make finding the perfect home easier. Check out one of my latest listings.
This walkout ranch has a huge finished basement and is close to the lake and walking trails.
For your home dream, call the Trum team at 402-884-4848.
This Weather Alert Team forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, roofing, siding, and windows.
All right, at 5:14, fairly tame here in the metro this morning. A bit chilly at 22. We're actually back up a degree at the airport. Some spots have slipped into the teens, and we may go up and down a little bit. The breeze is still up, so it does feel colder, and scattered cloud covers kind of playing games with the temperatures a little bit too. But the overall trend through the heart of the work week is for warmer weather. 30s today, 40s tomorrow, back in the 30s Thursday, with only minimal chances of any kind of rain or snow, and we'll get into that a little bit more as well. Outside first, though, right now visibility is good. Partly cloudy skies, 22 at the airport. Here's the only troublemaker. Right now we got a south to southeast wind at about 14, but overall the visibility looks pretty good. And as I was saying, a few spots are colder. Case in point right now, Wayne, you've dropped to 12. It's 14 in Norfolk, and currently in Columbus we're at 18 degrees. To the south it seems to warm up a little bit. Most areas in the low to mid 20s, in fact 23, a very common number on the map. The problem is though, we've still got a little bit of wind out of there. Southeast breezes from about 10 to 20. Right now with that 14-mile-per-hour wind in Omaha, it feels like 9. So it's not as brutally cold as we've been really a lot of this new year. As you go back to New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, when we had that real bone-chilling cold. But still, seasonably chilly with feeling like temperatures in the single digits to the north, and then mainly double digits right now with everybody on the positive side of 0, which is certainly good news as well. Visibility, we like to check this, let you know if there's any fog sneaking up on us out there. A lot of times we use it when we have snow and wind to see where it's really a mess. No problems this morning. Again, just partly cloudy skies. We have been following a little area of snow from parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, through eastern Iowa, but that's headed away from us toward the Great Lakes, and nothing really coming in other than just some scattered clouds. Kind of hit and miss across the Central Plains, up through the northern part of the country, back through the Rockies, but overall, not a whole lot going on. So temperatures, upper teens to low 20s this morning. It'll be a slow climb with partly cloudy skies through the 20s by midday, and then we do a little better this afternoon. Winds will actually kind of stay in check out of the south-southeast and get us in the mid to upper 30s for highs. A few spots will likely be in the lower 40s to the south, and an even bigger warm-up is on the way for tomorrow. So for today, sky conditions probably looking like this over the city. 38 for the official high, with those winds again out of the south-southeast, not really getting any stronger than what we're starting off with this morning. Not quite as chilly tonight. I think we'll be about 5 degrees warmer at 26. Light winds and mainly clear skies will translate into more sunshine on Valentine's Day. And of course, today's Fat Tuesday. Valentine's Day tomorrow, also Ash Wednesday. So a lot of stuff going on here the next 2 or 3 days. And then Thursday, after that high tomorrow of 48, Thursday will come down to 37 along the front. Maybe some light snow or flurries in the evening. I don't think that's really going to amount to much the way it looks right now. But it will be getting colder. And the problem Friday, that's going to be the rough one. Winds are going to really kick up and our highs will only be in the mid-20s, but we quickly flip it back around this weekend. 45 Saturday, 48 Sunday, and then about a 40% chance of snow next Monday. We'll kind of wait and see how that system comes together. Obviously got several days before we have to worry about that. All right, at 5:18, it's 22 degrees, back to Bourbon Street. They're still partying there early on this Tuesday morning, and it will probably continue for quite some time. Whew. Looks like it's been going for quite some time. Look at those streets. All right, stay with us. We'll have a look at morning sports coming back right after the break.
The 3 News Now Mobile Storm Tracker, Omaha's only mobile weather lab, keeping you safe in a storm. Sponsored by Jensen Tire and Auto, your tire and auto service experts, locally owned and family owned since 1973.
A bathroom isn't just a place to get ready for the day. It's a place to relax or take care of someone you love. Now, make it your favorite room with Rebath, America's most experienced remodel specialist. Rebath does complete remodels, tub and shower updates, even aging and accessibility solutions to the highest quality standards. Call Rebath for a free in-home design consultation today. Call 402-281-2390 or go to rebath.com today.
Touch is how we communicate with those we love. But when your psoriasis is bad, does it ever get in the way? Embrace the chance of 100% clear skin with Taltz. Taltz is proven to help people with moderate to severe psoriasis achieve completely clear skin. With Taltz, up to 90% of patients had a significant improvement of their psoriasis plaques. In fact, 4 out of 10 even achieved completely clear skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Taltz. Before starting, you should be checked for tuberculosis. Taltz may increase risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or have symptoms, or if you've received a vaccine or plan to. Inflammatory bowel disease can happen with Taltz, including worsening of symptoms. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Ready for a chance at 100% clear skin? Ask your doctor about Taltz today and go to Taltz.com to learn how to pay as little as $5 a month.
This is a can't-miss truck event. Get to Nissan now for big President's Day savings on Titan and Armada, both with a round view monitor that lines you up easily. Plus, Titan is backed by America's best truck warranty. The technology of tomorrow, available today. Save big on Nissan trucks now. It's time for an upgrade. Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event for exclusive President's Day offers. Get up to $10,323 off MSRP on the 2017 Titan. Now as low as $19,257.
Time for your OSI Morning Sports Minute. Creighton cracks the top 25 of the coaches poll. CU now number 25, but still just outside the AP. The Jays are coming off a loss to 4th-ranked Xavier on Saturday. Creighton hosts Bemidji State tonight at 7 on FS2. The Nebraska men, meanwhile, will try to extend their winning streak to 6 tonight. The Huskers host Maryland, and you saw on the outside looking in, according to some NCAA tournament projections, the Big Red, one of the first 4 teams out in the latest ESPN bracketology.
I think we've looked at every game this year as an underdog. We've known the talent that we've had, but we necessarily haven't gotten that respect yet. So we're approaching every game basically like it's a tournament game. Like it's a must-win. If you want to get to where you want to get to, you got to win it.
It's a very important ball game. I don't believe in must-win games, but we know this time of year when you're on the bubble, it's either you have to win or you can't afford to lose.
Tip time tonight from the vault, set for 6 on BTN. Have a good one, everybody.
I'm Jennifer Griswold from KMTV 3 News Now. Join me for the 21st annual JDRF Promise Gala. Enjoy live and silent auctions and a concert by country artist Eric Pasley while we fund research for type 1 diabetes. February 24th at CenturyLink Center, Omaha.
Established in 1979, these beautiful empty nesters feature a cozy facade with mid-century charm, plus handcrafted details and botanical art. With a detached son off to college and a basement lived-in daughter moving out, this newly subdivided household can now be relocated with the right agent and the right listing. like this one-bed, two-bath beach house with warm colors and warmer tropical climates. RE/MAX agents are more recommended because they recommend what's right for you. That's the sign of a RE/MAX agent.
Eagles love freedom and hate contracts, which is why I love this offer from Cox. With freedom to stream, download, or upload selfies crazy fast. Salmon! Plus free stuff like an HD receiver and free install. And freedomiest of all, no contract. You can change your mind at any time, but you'd have to be a bird brain to do that. Hey, I can say that, you can't.
Get Preferred 100 Internet, Contour TV, and digital phone for just $89.99 a month with no contract, free HD receiver rental, and free install included.
Attention electrical workers of all levels of experience. Do you want a career where you can sharpen your skills and be valued for your knowledge? A career with employer-paid health care and retirement benefits. Become a member of the IBEW and work for one of our NECA contractors. Come to our job fair for electrical workers on February the 22nd from 4 to 8 p.m. at the Holiday Inn Omaha Southwest, 3650 South 72nd Street in Omaha. NECA contractors will be there and have immediate job openings.
Have a great day.
You ready, babe?
Yep. How do you become the most trusted brand of SUVs?
We've got room.
You make it for those who are running a bit late, run into a little trouble, or might just be running low.
Alexa, tell Starbucks to start my usual order.
That's Ford, and that's how you become the most trusted brand of SUVs. Get $3,000 cash back on the 2018 Escape or lease one for only $239 per month for 36 months, only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
This Weather Alert Team forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, roofing, siding, and windows.
All right, 5:24 is now the time, 22 degrees. That doesn't sound bad, but there's still a little bit of an airflow out of the southeast. It's knocking our wind chill factor down in the single digits, so keep that in mind this morning. A little patchy area, some very light snow and flurries developing back toward O'Neill. The bigger story, though, kind of in the thicker clouds, light snow showers continuing from Minnesota into Wisconsin through the Quad Cities down just in the north of St. Louis. So if you're traveling that way, Minneapolis, Chicago, there might be a few flakes flying, but right now this doesn't look like it's going to have a huge impact. And temperatures for us, really not as bad as they've been. Right now, Willow Springs, 22. Out at the Field Club, we're currently 21. Papillion La Vista, 22. And then back to the west, not much change. Bennington, 22. And one of our cold spots right now in Elkhorn, you guys are waking up to 20 degrees. So scattered clouds over the city. Our Skycast calls for that to mix with sunshine. And we stayed chilly early this morning, only rising through the mid-teens by 9 o'clock. And then we'll actually get back from the 20s on into the 30s this afternoon. In fact, Emily, highs later today should top out in the upper 30s by about 3 or 4 o'clock. And it's going to be actually even warmer than that as we head towards tomorrow.
Thanks, Ryan. Time now, 5:24. Hundreds of workers at Amazon will soon have to find new jobs. The company has confirmed these layoffs. A source familiar with the matter tells CNN the majority of the layoffs are at the company's Seattle headquarters. Some global teams may be affected as well, according to the source. The process of notifying employees has already started. Amazon is not saying how many employees will be affected by these layoffs, since news comes at a time when Amazon is publicly searching for a location to build its second headquarters.
It's a great show of sportsmanship. An improv wrestling match at the district tournament in York, Nebraska on Saturday night brought the crowd to its feet. In the blue and yellow, 15-year-old Seward High School freshman Grant Fellhofer, he has Down syndrome and is the team manager. So Austin Middleton, a Ralston High School senior, asked Grant if he wanted to compete in his first match ever. Grant Fellhofer got the pin and a memory that will last a lifetime.
But it's not just about wrestling. Instead, it's an act of kindness, too. Reporter Lindsay Thies explains.
You got your whistle? Where's your whistle at? In the cage?
Grant Fellhofer loves wrestling. It's in his blood.
Grant's gone to every wrestling match he probably ever could.
That's his uncle, an assistant coach on the Seward High School wrestling team. His first bouts were with his cousin Brogan, also on the team.
Every Christmas, so every family gathering.
So of course, when Grant turned 15 and entered freshman year of high school, he had to be on the wrestling team.
Yes.
He's the manager, but he loves the sport so much, it's not hard to talk him into a match.
Grant comes in and everything, he's just happy. He's happy to be up here. So it just brings so much to this team.
This weekend, Grant's positivity and love for the sport of wrestling was returned tenfold. But it wasn't from a teammate, maybe not even someone that you would expect.
It came from an unlikely opponent.
I had seen Grant hanging out with the Seward team all weekend.
Ralston High School senior Austin Middleton had just lost his match, meaning his season and his high school wrestling career was over. But instead of feeling sad or upset in that moment, Austin saw Grant.
He had his singlet on and his headgear and everything. He was ready to go.
A singlet, by the way, that coach says Grant somehow snagged. But that didn't seem to matter now. Austin found a ref who agreed to judge the scrimmage. Then it was game on. It was close. A shoe even came loose.
It was a tough match for sure.
But in the end, Grant got the pin. And as you can see, it was a crowning moment.
That was really just for him. That was his moment.
Did you think you were gonna win?
Yes.
Yeah? You knew you were gonna win. Now, the Seward Blue Jays are getting ready for state, and Grant's helping them prep too. At the heart of it all, a new appreciation for wrestling and for sportsmanship itself, thanks to some 30 seconds that were very special this weekend.
And yeah, it was a really great story.
Super
right there.
cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. You can't not smile watching that. A kid could have just, been ticked off and left because he lost his match.
Yeah.
Instead, he found someone looking
Yeah.
and needed a friend. And I love that story so much this
Passionate
morning.
about wrestling, that's for sure, man.
Sports brings people together.
It
so,
definitely does. Whew, I like it. And you may want to get outside and play some sports later on in the week because people have been going stir crazy, locked up in this cold.
Cabin fever.
Cabin fever is a good way, yes.
And it's not like the 1800s with 6 feet of snow on the ground and below zero for days, but it's been chilly. It's been kind of harsh this winter. So a lot of folks wanting to get outside and do some stuff. Still a lot of snow on the ground, but at least air temperatures looking pretty good. And they actually get warmer from today into tomorrow.
All right. Coming up, the latest on immigration reform, what lawmakers have on tap for today. The time now 5:29, 22 degrees. We'll be right back.
There definitely is a change in healthcare as far as making it more accessible.
A new business in Omaha is bringing nurse practitioners to your home.
Yeah, I think what she's doing is great.
The benefits of house calls and how one local nurse is caring for families one child at a time. Tonight on 3 News Now, live at 10.
If you're a fan of CBS Sunday Morning,
then you're going to love Omaha Sunday Morning. Sunday morning starting at 7:30 right here on KMTV3.
The Honda President's Day sales event is here, and we're celebrating all across America with brilliant deals on some of our most popular vehicles. Explore our great nation with the 2017 KBB.com Best Value brand during the Honda President's Day sales event. Visit your Honda dealer today.
King Kong.
No gyros, Skittles.
You know you're really hungry, feeling like appetite. King Kong.
No gyros, Skittles.
The choice of single, double, triple is gonna feed you just right. King Kong. King Kong.
On Wednesdays and Sundays, get a prime tartulane for only $9.99, complete with salads and potatoes.
King Kong.
King Kong. No gyros, Skittles.
King Kong.
King Kong.
The 3 News Now Mobile Storm Tracker, Omaha's only mobile weather lab, keeping you safe in a storm. Sponsored by Jensen Tire and Auto, your tire and auto service experts, locally owned and family owned since 1973.
This is Mike. Mike likes his car. Mike likes to save money. And Mike likes to breathe. So Mike fills up with E15 with 15% American ethanol. The clean octane in E15 gives Mike the performance he wants from his engine and the clean air he wants for his family. Better yet, E15 costs less at the pump. Higher octane, cleaner air, lower cost. E15 sure gives Mike a lot to like. Discover E15 with American ethanol.
The 3 News Now Mobile Storm Tracker, sponsored by Jensen Tire and Auto. This is KMTV 3 News Now, this morning.
Good morning, I'm James Johnson.
And I'm Emily Zink. Today is Tuesday, February 13th. Congress is now turning its attention to immigration reform and the fate of so-called dreamers. The move follows a key vote in the Senate on Monday.
And a promise from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to take up immigration policy in exchange for an end to the 3-day government shutdown last month. Weijia Zhang has the latest from the White House.
The motion is agreed to.
Senate lawmakers voted 97-1 Monday night on a motion to proceed on a bill they'll now use as a vehicle for immigration reform.
Now's the time to back up the talk with the hard work of finding a workable solution.
With the debate now underway, Republicans and Democrats are expected to introduce their own amendments on the issue throughout the week.
This is a rare opportunity to fix a real problem.
Republican Chuck Grassley is among a group of GOP senators already offering one that would include $25 billion for a border wall and put an end to the diversity visa lottery system.
This bill is the only Senate bill that has any chance of becoming law.
Democrats are demanding any immigration solution include protections for nearly 700,000 immigrants who were brought to the U.S. illegally as children.
Democrats are fully committed to protecting dreamers, and we have long supported effective border security.
No papers, no fear! Their status was put into limbo after President Trump moved to put an end to the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals policy by March 5th.
If the Democrats want to make a deal, it's really up to them.
Any immigration plan would need 60 votes in the Senate to pass before going on to the House. Weijia Zhang, CBS News, the White House.
New this morning on 3 News Now, a California airport is back to normal this morning after a fire forced more than 100 people to evacuate a plane. Late last night, crews saw a fire in the back of the plane as it was backing away from the gate. The plane was at John Wayne Airport in Santa Ana, California, headed for San Jose. As you see, the emergency slide had to blow up. Everyone did slide down, then watched as crews put the fire out. A few people were treated for minor injuries. Well, this morning, a county agency wants to work with you to keep your family safe from dangers that could be leaking into your home.
Pediatricians warn chronic long-term exposure to lead can cause developmental delays in children. 3 News Now reporter Shante Passmore shares a family story and how they hope others will learn from their experience.
Emily and James, 2 words, lead contamination. The Douglas County Health Department sent thousands of letters to homes possibly affected with lead deaths. So far, mostly crickets, but one family wants you to reconsider.
The Zolikoffers are one of 13,000 homes and apartments
that has had lead exposure.
Located in what the EPA declared a Superfund site. A result of the Asarco lead smelter plant pumping out large quantities of lead into the air and ground in much of East Omaha. The exposure very personal to this family of 5.
Over the last couple of years, we've been experiencing lead poisoning through my son. Very low iron, and I think maybe some learning disabilities or delays, speech challenges.
Then the family received something from the Douglas County Health Department.
We started sending out about 200 to 300 letters every day.
In it, the county urges people to get their homes tested for lead dust. The Zolikoffers got their baseboards and windowsills tested while also receiving this.
The HEPA vacuum cleaner is super helpful.
Experts say its filter can trap 99.97% of almost all airborne particles. The health department says cleaning homes properly along with a balanced diet can reverse lead exposure symptoms over time.
Hi, big boy. Hi, big boy. It's a relief to know that we can help further prevent anything, but then also keep our other children safe as well.
Now, if you're concerned about lead in your soil, then you contact the city of Omaha. They took over soil remediation back in 2015. But the big takeaway this morning, if you get one of these letters from the Douglas County Health Department, respond. Reporting live, Shante Passmore, 3 News Now this morning.
This Weather Alert Team forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, Roofing, Siding, and Windows.
All right, not much change outside so far this morning at 5:36, still 22 degrees. Depending on cloud cover and winds, I think we'll stay pretty close to that mark, although some of the computer models are trying to drop us back in the teens briefly this morning. Otherwise, we'll rise back to 32 at lunchtime. Highs today improving up to 38 degrees, just seasonably cool, actually pretty close to normal. And then that's actually supposed to be for tomorrow's high there. It should be 35 at 7 o'clock. James, we're looking like we're going to be in the 40s though tomorrow. A preview of our Valentine's Day forecast. Of course, we'll have more on that and the 7-day coming up in about 10 minutes.
The city of Bellevue wants to say no to smoking in publicly funded places. The Bellevue City Council heard a reading on a resolution to make the new city hall tobacco free and designate all city parks with playgrounds and other public areas where children gather smoke free. Now, police would not give violators a ticket, but signs would go up. A public hearing will be held on the topic in a couple of weeks.
2 former Baltimore police officers were found guilty in one of the worst police corruption scandals in recent memory. Yesterday, a jury found Daniel Herschel and Marcus Taylor guilty of selling seized drugs and guns on the street and locking up innocent people. Both men are convicted on charges of racketeering and robbery, likely sending them to federal prison for decades. The crimes were committed with 6 other officers on the Baltimore area task force, victimizing people around the city. Federal prosecutors say they pried on drug dealers that looked like they wouldn't tell, robbing them of money, sometimes more. While prosecutors say Herschel was a crooked cop, here is what his brother and lawyer had to say.
Danny Herschel wasn't a part of this monster group. He wanted out. He wanted out right away. He cried right away, and he wanted out.
He's devastated. He has absolutely no criminal record, and he's been in jail now for close to 11 months, and he, quite frankly, was hoping that he would be coming home.
The officers pled not guilty. Each face up to 60 years in prison. 6 other Baltimore police officers have pled guilty to similar charges. Many people say the city did the right move. The Baltimore Police Union sent out a statement that no citizen is above the law, but the investigation isn't over as the trial continues. Well, our oceans will be more than 2 feet deeper by the year 2100. Scientists just analyzed 25 years of satellite data. They found ice sheets in Greenland and Antarctica are melting faster as the time goes on. According to the study, if melting keeps going at this rate, oceans will be 26 inches higher by or before 2100. Just from climate change, researchers also say they think that 26-inch number is a little on the conservative side.
A woman who thinks she should be able to keep her huge lottery win a secret is taking her case to a judge today. The woman is from New Hampshire and she won $559.7 million. She wants to be anonymous, but state law says the winner's name, town, and prize are all public information. She says she didn't know she could have signed the ticket with a name of a trust when she signed her real name. The woman hasn't turned the ticket in yet. The lottery says it has to treat this ticket like all others.
Well, dozens of students will be treated to a free showing of Marvel's Black Panther this weekend thanks to generous donors. The Omaha Star newspaper raised more than $6,000 to take 225 kids and 19 chaperones from several youth groups to see the movie on Saturday. Marvel's Black Panther is a superhero film that features an all-black cast. The film is expected to rake in $150 million over opening weekend. It's broken records for the most pre-sales ever for a comic book movie.
I'm really excited about that movie, too. I plan on seeing it probably this weekend. I'm going to try to at least.
You'll be one of those thousands, millions of people in the theater. And that is awesome that 200 and some kids get to go for free thanks to generous donors. Yes. Yeah, great deal. And the movie's maybe packed tomorrow because it's Valentine's Day, but you may want to be outside. That forecast, you did a preview for us a little bit ago. That forecast was looking good.
The computer graphic jumped ahead. You thought that was Wednesday, so I had to tweak the time on that a little bit. Mid-30s this evening after a high of 38. 40s tomorrow. We'll let you know how long this nice warm-up's going to last here.
I'm liking it, yeah.
All right. Coming up, we all know about it. Click it or ticket. How law enforcement is working to keep you safe behind the wheel. More and what's driving you crazy. The time now 5:41, 22 degrees outside. We'll be right back.
On the next Morning Blend, want to see a singing pig? The Shrine Circus is in town. Find out what else is new.
Ever thought about going solar? We'll explore the benefits with ISI Solar.
We'll see you at 9.
As a financial expert, I tell people if you want to be successful with your credit, Credit Sesame is the best place to start. Hi, I'm Lynette Kalfani-Cox, the money coach. Maybe you want to buy a car, a home, or just remove some financial stress. Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score. Then they'll show you what's impacting your score and suggest a strategy to better manage it. Credit Sesame even recommends lending options that can save you money. Best part? It's 100% free. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Here at ISI Solar, we're committed to saving you money by bringing your vision of solar to light. We've shown business and homeowners how to save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every month. We like to call that sun money.
Sun money!
I love sun money.
Yeah, we really get a charge out of it too. Start saving sun money today with solar shingles. They're less intrusive than panels and blend in on your roof. Call us today. ISI Solar, bringing your solar vision to life.
If you have cracks in walls, doors, or windows that stick, or a settling foundation, there's only one local company to call. Only one 3-time winner of the Better Business Bureau's Integrity Award. Only one that trains other experts nationwide. Only one to set new dependability standards with their own custom-engineered hardware. Only one with nearly 4 decades of experience and thousands of references. Thrasher, there's only one right way.
Welcome back. Time now at 5:43. As you head out the door this morning, transportation officials across the state are reminding drivers how important it is to buckle up. 3 News Now traffic anchor Max Charlton has more on what's driving you crazy. Max.
We see the signs about clicking it or risk getting a ticket, and we know the consequences to not wearing your seatbelt. And here in Nebraska, there's a push to keep the current trend going. If there's one thing we've learned from driver's ed, stop class, or just experience on the road, we know whether we like to wear them or not, seatbelts save lives. So the Nebraska State Patrol, along with agencies around the country, are using #seatbeltselfie. The National Safety Council of Nebraska is helping with the initiative.
We have made a donation to the State Patrol to help pay for materials that they can hand out at their events, plus helping maintain some of their equipment.
They're encouraging you to use the #seatbeltselfie on Twitter, Instagram, and even Facebook. Just strap up and snap away. You can see my friends on the 3 News Now team are part of that drive.
Wearing your seatbelt reduces your chance of major injury or death by 60%. We know that in 2016, 75% of the people killed on our roads were not wearing their seatbelts.
According to the Nebraska Department of Roads, people have been pretty good at remembering to click it. Data reveals the rate at which drivers used their seatbelts in 2017 is at an all-time high of 86%.
We've made good strides in seatbelt safety in Nebraska, but if we could get primary enforcement of the law, it would make a great difference to us.
Now, the current seatbelt laws in Nebraska have been the same since January of 1993. Not wearing your seatbelt is a secondary offense here in Nebraska. It's a primary offense across the river in Iowa. Let me know what's driving you crazy. You can find me on Facebook and on Twitter. I'm live in the studio this morning. Max Tarleton, 3 News Now.
This Weather Alert Team forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, roofing, siding, and windows.
All right, once again here at 546, temperatures really haven't changed a lot. Fairly uniform in the low 20s in the metro. Some spots will likely slip into the teens briefly this morning, but warmer weather is going to be the trend this afternoon with 30s, 40s tomorrow and back in the 30s. Again on Thursday, you see threat track in the green, no real weather threats coming up as we head through the heart of the work week. Outside right now, just a few fair weather clouds. The wind is a little bit of an issue though. Breezes up just enough out of the south, southeast at 14. It makes that 22 feel a lot colder. So far, though, fog is not a problem. Don't expect it really to be on this Tuesday morning, so that's good. But you might want the sunglasses, although we may see clouds block out the sun a little bit. It could sneak through and give us some of that sun glare. All right, current temperatures updated to 11 now in Wayne. We're down 1 to 23 in Lincoln. Pretty consistent, though. Low to mid-20s from Omaha south and east. Right now, Clarinda, you're at 25. And if you're watching us down the campus in Northwest Missouri State, Maryville currently at 23. But everybody's seeing a little breeze out of the south-southeast from about 10 to 15 miles per hour, and that is making it feel colder. Latest wind chill factor still coming in at 9 above in Omaha. We're up from -2 to +2 in Carroll, and then generally single digits, although we've slipped to 0 in Wayne. Warms a little bit into the double digits as you head to the south. Again, quick check of visibility. Fog not really an issue this morning, nor do I expect that to be over the next few hours here. All right, we have been following some snow, though. Look at this. Parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin, Quad Cities area down just to the north of St. Louis. So if you're flying to Milwaukee, Chicago, or Minneapolis, there may be some intermittent light snow, but it doesn't really look like it's the kind of stuff that would have an impact on flight delays. That's good news. We're also seeing a little batch of some light snow and flurries near O'Neill kind of develop. I think that'll hang to the north of us. So just in and out of the clouds today. We've been watching this little area kind of buckle from the south. Really no major weather systems approaching us from the west, so that's good as we stay quiet, and I think a lot of us are okay with that. After a lot of snow last week, we'll get the chance to warm up just a little bit. So upper teens to low 20s early this morning. We'll start to rise back through the mid-20s by lunchtime to near 32, I think, by 12 o'clock. And then highs later today should top out in the mid to upper 30s. A few spots to the south in the 40s. And even warmer weather is on the way beginning tomorrow. So for today, partly cloudy skies. 38 for the official high with south to southeast winds at about 10. Not as chilly tonight. In fact, I think we'll end up about 5 degrees warmer at 26. Forecast for tomorrow looks to be good. Partly cloudy, 48. Breezes pick up late Thursday, and as the front approaches, that'll hold the temp to about 37. We could even see some light snow or flurries Thursday evening. Otherwise, Friday, that's going to be kind of the tough day. Windy, cold, 25, but we could see winds gusting over 30. And then we quickly recover to 45 Saturday, all the way close to 50 on Sunday. And then maybe a little rain to snow Sunday night into Monday. We'll kind of wait and see how that system develops here. All right, at 5:49, now 22 degrees here. This is a live look where all the action is. Late Monday night or now very early on Tuesday morning down on Bourbon Street, New Orleans. Fat Tuesday in effect. Of course, we've got Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday tomorrow. A lot going on the next couple of days. Plenty going on in the world of news. We'll have more on our headlines coming back right after the break.
I'm Troy Trum. When it's time to sell your home, call me. Because I have buyers who can't find the right home, and it may be yours. The sooner you call me, the sooner we can sell your home. For your home dream, call the Trum team at 402-884-4848.
Save big money on everything for your home now during Menards Big Sale, including a great new selection of lock sets by Dexter and Schlage. This bronze Solstice Hall and Closet Door lever is $19.99. This Nickel Bowery Hall and Closet Door knob is $21.99. Update your floors with Stone Harbor Frisé carpet or irreplaceable plush carpet, both on sale, just $149 a square foot. Plus, get a free carpet pad after rebate. Now during the Big Sale at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's 2:30 and they're sick. I'll never get them into the doctor today.
You can when you call Boys Town Same Day Pediatrics.
His throat is so red, and it's a holiday.
We're here 7 days a week, evenings and holidays too.
Got us in.
Same Day Pediatrics is not an urgent care center, but a real pediatric clinic for all Omaha kids. When they're sick, you can count on us to be here.
Want to ride with me to the library?
Nah, I've got my own ride.
I have penguins!
I got trash.
I have a bird's eye view!
Hello there.
Let's count all of the gas stations we shall pass.
I'm gonna detail my car.
Don't be a grouch. Drive a Chrysler Pacifica, a proud sponsor of Sesame Street. Well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2018 Chrysler Pacifica for $295 a month.
I'm Troy Trum, and I make finding the perfect home easier. Check out one of my latest listings.
This move-in ranch is in the heart of the city and is surprisingly affordable. Call today.
For your home dream, call the Trum team at 402-884-4848.
Get 24% off membership at Genesis through February 15th.
Welcome back. The time now 5:51. With Valentine's Day tomorrow, you may be thinking of getting your significant other chocolates or maybe even some flowers. But a new study says those gifts may not be received as well as other types of presents. Laura Podesta reports.
At Matlis Florist in New York City, Valentine's Day is by far the busiest time of the year.
Everybody gets flowers.
Everybody gets flowers. Everybody has to come home with flowers or send flowers.
But a new study out of Carnegie Mellon University says romantic staples like red roses, a box of chocolates, or even diamond jewelry are not necessarily the best gifts to give.
There's a whole host of different errors that people make, but they fall into the broad category of giving gifts that are trying to put a smile on somebody's face but aren't all that useful.
Associate Professor Jeff Gallick says the research shows givers too often focus on creating that wow moment, but they should be buying what the recipient really wants or needs.
I doubt you remember the box of chocolates from 5 years ago, but you might remember that really special, customized, matching luggage tags that your wife gave you, that you're always with and you're always using, and it's something that you really enjoy.
In Times Square, we asked couples the most memorable gifts they've ever received.
Beauty school. He paid for my beauty school and now we're making money from that, and he don't need to work anymore. He worked with me in my business, so it was the best gift ever.
It was such a surprise.
For Sherry Hawking, it was this motorcycle from her husband Richard.
Was it very useful?
Yes, I love it and I had been wanting one, but probably would never have bought one myself.
This is the gift.
And this couple chose a trip to the Big Apple as an early Valentine's Day gift to each other. However,
I do expect some chocolates on Valentine's Day itself, so.
You hear that?
I heard that loud and clear.
Chocolates may not be the most useful gift, but the research does find it's important to give people you love what they want. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
And hopefully you guys are taking notes. Well, coming up, why you'll want to stop by your favorite place for some pasta. That story coming up. The time now 5:53, 22 degrees outside. You're watching 3 News Now.
A bathroom isn't just a place to get ready for the day. It's a place to relax or take care of someone you love. Now, make it your favorite room with Rebath, America's most experienced remodel specialist. Rebath does complete remodels, tub and shower updates, even aging and accessibility solutions to the highest quality standards. Call Rebath for a free in-home design consultation today. Call 402-281-2390 or go to rebath.com today.
Renew your home with Renewal by Andersen.
One call, we do it all.
So call today and save 20% off the complete job. That's 20% off every window, door, upgrade, and installation. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Newly constructed, this lovely colonial couple features charming design and an asymmetrical roof. Household comes pre-furnished with 1 full cat and 2 sets of matching parents. Bright accents and pleasant decor. Perfect for the right agent with the right listing. Like this classic Cape Cod with family guest rooms, sunny windowsills, and spacious mantel for everyone else. RE/MAX agents are more recommended because they recommend what's right for you. That's the sign of a RE/MAX agent.
I love the countertops.
And I like the price. Yeah, we'll take it.
That feeling, only better. The satisfaction of getting more than you expected. App Connect, just one of the features standard on the family-sized Volkswagen Atlas.
Hurry in this President's Day and lease a new 2018 Volkswagen Atlas S for just $279 a month.
It isn't just about vision. It's about care. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
This Weather Alert Team forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, Roofing, Siding, and Windows.
And we're back. 5:55 is the time, 5 minutes before 6 o'clock on this Tuesday. And it's not just any Tuesday, as we've been taking live looks down to New Orleans. Fat Tuesday. So Mardi Gras, full force down there. And of course, a lot of stuff going on the next couple of days. Our weather looks like it's going to cooperate. 22 out at Lakeshore, 23 in Bennington, Elkhorn right now. You're at 20. So it's chilly and it feels colder with the wind, but not as bad as we've seen a lot of times in the last 5 or 6 weeks here. In fact, 21 from the Field Club to Swanson Park out at Willow Springs. We're at 22. So to get you out the door this morning, Just some scattered clouds, flurries northwest and way off to the northeast of us. I think we'll be dry here, and looks like we'll kind of go up and down from the upper teens to low 20s. We'll be turning warmer this afternoon in the 30s, Emily, and then 40s arrive tomorrow. So the big question we'll answer is how much longer is the nicer weather going to last? We'll do that coming up in the next half hour.
Hopefully it lasts a long time. Thanks, Ryan. Every day is a good day for pasta, but especially today because it's National Tortellini Day. February 13th is the day the signature dish from Italy shines in the spotlight. The most common fillings found in tortellini are ham, Parmesan cheese, and white meat. Popular sauce toppings are cheese, pesto, and tomato. Believe it or not, there is a group called the Learned Order of the Tortellini. Members of the organization wear red and gold hats that are tortellini shaped. I wish we could see those hats. Sounds like quite the group there, Max. Making me hungry on this Tuesday morning.
National Tortellini Day. That's so ridiculous.
There's a National Everything Day.
Every National Everything Day. Thanks for waking up with us, guys. Good morning to you. Take a look at the map. No major hot spots out there. Look, a little slow spot on 84th Street. That's on the northbound side there in La Vista. Besides that, though, things are flowing pretty nicely. We're tracking some roadways this morning, and we'll be making sure that they're all flowing nicely for you, and you see it right back here in just a couple of minutes. Here's a live look at Bourbon Street in New Orleans. Fat Tuesday today. We'll be right back.
Stay connected with KMTV 3 News Now.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and be. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
Daddy, were you scared?
Of course I was. I was having a heart attack.
Come on, Dad.
I kept thinking about you, your mother. I felt lucky you all had me in the best place.
Of course we did, because it matters.
And I wouldn't be here if it didn't.
The state's most comprehensive heart care, Nebraska Medicine.
It's Ram Truck Month, so long live the trucks with best-in-class 30,000 pounds of fifth-wheel towing and class-exclusive features like coil-link suspension for a smooth ride. And Ram Box storage. They don't just inspire passion, they help it grow stronger. Hurry in for a great deal during Ram Truck Month.
Well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2018 Ram 1500 for $283 a month.
If you didn't get your wireless plan from US Cellular, you've probably been blown away by hidden fees too. Like activation fees and other annoying charges. But at US Cellular, we know what matters. No hidden fees and a strong signal. And now get unlimited data for just $35 a month when you switch. But hurry, it's only for a limited time and only at US Cellular. With a stronger signal in the middle of anywhere.
This is KMTV 3 News Now, this morning.
Good morning, I'm James Johnson.
And I'm Emily Zink. Today is Tuesday, February 13th.
We're expecting to hear from key Republicans today on the president's budget proposal.
Senators Lindsey Graham and Bob Corker are expected to weigh in on a cut to the State Department that is part of that budget. The president also debuted his infrastructure plan on Monday, which would fix roads and bridges and bring better internet to rural areas.
Not only thank you on a rural initiative for transportation, but particularly for broadband. We'd love to have, whether it's white spaces, fiber networks, you name it.
It would cost $1.5 trillion, but the federal government would only chip in about $200 billion. State and local governments and the private sector would pay the rest. Some Democrats are skeptical.
How are we really going to find any more money? How much more debt do we have to put the American people in?
Both the House and Senate will look at the proposal sometime this week.
Nebraska Senator Ben Sasse is weighing in on the budget and issued a statement. Sasse agrees we need to invest in the nation's infrastructure, but says we have to pay our bills and stop raising the deficit. We have to have an honest plan to pay for this stuff. And money for a border wall and immigration enforcement is also part of that budget. Senate lawmakers have also started hashing out a plan to reform the nation's immigration system. Republicans and Democrats are expected to introduce their own amendments on the issue throughout the week. Democrats are demanding any immigration solution, including protection for nearly 700,000 immigrants who were brought to the U.S. illegally as children.
Well, nearly 2 decades ago, the Sarco lead smelter plant closed. Still, its presence lingers.
The lead contamination in Omaha earned the city the title as the largest residential lead cleanup site in the history of the Superfund program. 3 News Now reporter Shantae Passmore explains why the fight against lead exposure continues. Shantae.
Yeah, guys, now more than ever, there's a really big push for people to be aware and know whether there's lead inside their home. And that plant we were just talking about, that had been in operation for more than 125 years. And that alone is concerning for the Douglas County Health Department. Since 2010, the agency sent thousands of letters to affected properties in East Omaha. That number around 13,000 letters. These are places where the EPA already cleaned up the soil before the city took over. And the Douglas County Health Department is not the only one concerned with the long-term effects of exposure on children. Turns out so are doctors.
Chronically over time, it'll cause problems with inattentiveness at school, developmental delay, and once again, abdominal pain and just real extreme irritability.
And that was Dr. Erin Laux we just heard from. She told me she sees about 1 or 2 cases per every 6 months. And then coming up at around 6:30 later on in the show, we're going to hear from a family who tells me that their son is experiencing lead exposure. And more important, we're going to learn what they did about it and how they're also protecting their other children. Again, that story at around 6:30. Reporting live, Shantae Passmore, 3 News Now this morning.
This Weather Alert Team forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, roofing, siding, and windows.
All right, outside this morning, it continues to be chilly. Not as brutally cold as we've seen many times this season, though. Right now, 22, and I think we're probably going to stay pretty close to that out at the bus stop. Kind of a mix of sun and clouds. We appear to be dry, but bundle up. It feels even a little bit colder than that with south to southeast winds from about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Max, you probably want the sunglasses, though, because even though we're going to have a good bit of cloud cover, could stick through, give us that familiar sun glare, which can definitely be blinding at certain times when you're traveling east early in the morning there.
Yeah, that familiar sun glare. Pesky, pesky sun glare sometimes. Hey guys, good morning to you. Hey, take a look at the 680 split out there. There's some cars. There's the northbound side right here, the southbound side. There's enough room to maneuver still as you're headed out. Besides that, our roadways are looking pretty good. Lots of green out there. Just a couple of slow spots on the northbound side of 84th Street near Harrison Street right there. And then we also are seeing a little bit of a delay on the southbound side of the JFK. Just after you get past Harrison there. Besides that, though, things looking pretty good even further out. If you're coming in from Fremont or if you're coming in from Lincoln, it's a nice drive so far. Dodge from 180th down to 72nd, 10 minutes. The average speed, not too bad, about 55 miles per hour. No major delay as you're approaching 72nd Street right now. We'll detail some more travel times, including your interstates, here in about 15 minutes. That's a check on the traffic. I'm Max Tarleton. Guys, back over to you.
Time now 6:04 new this morning. The Westside Community School District was considering to change elementary school boundaries, and the board decided not to vote on the proposal this month. The district was looking to make the changes to balance enrollment after the completion of construction of Sunset Hills Elementary School. The board listened to parents at a meeting earlier this month and concluded it needs to come up with a more clear plan on the district's attendance boundary strategy. Westside Superintendent did not get an out-of-state job and will be staying put for now. Dr. Blaine McCann was one of 3 finalists for the superintendent job in Shawnee Mission, Kansas. That district has nearly 30,000 students. It was announced last night he didn't get the position. McCann became superintendent at Westside back in 2012.
This morning, a bill aims to improve oversight and let the public know when an officer faces disciplinary action in the Nebraska State Patrol. Now, the measure would prevent the troopers union from bargaining on issues related to trooper discipline and internal investigations. It would also remove sergeants from the bragging unit. The bill was introduced at the request of Governor Pete Ricketts following high-profile misconduct cases, among them 2 internal use of force investigations last summer that led to the firing of former Superintendent Brad Rice. Now, current Superintendent Colonel John Boldock later fired a state trooper and disciplined 5 patrol officers. A state senator and candidate for governor has switched parties yet again, and this morning he's making it official. Bob Criss has switched his voter registration to Democrat. The former Republican first led the GOP to create a third-party challenge to incumbent Governor Pete Ricketts. He says voters are fed up with constant partisan politics from Governor Ricketts and party bosses.
6:06, a California airport is back to normal this morning after a fire forced more than 100 people to evacuate this plane. Late last night, crews saw a fire in the back of the plane as it was backing away from the gate. The plane was at John Wayne Airport in Santa Ana, California, headed for San Jose. Everyone was able to slide down the inflatable emergency slide. A few people, though, had minor injuries.
The flu season is already one of the worst on record, and it may not have hit its peak yet. Now, more than 60 kids have died from the virus. 1 out of every 13 doctor visits last week was for flu-like symptoms. There are now cutting-edge treatments coming to light. Among the experimental drugs showing some promise is one from a Japanese company that killed the flu in a single day with a single dose.
Because it stops it from multiplying, other cells don't get infected, other people don't get infected.
The drug, if approval is fast-tracked by the FDA, would hit shelves next flu season.
Well, Walgreens wants to buy a major drug distributor and become one of the biggest companies around. The Wall Street Journal reports it's in talks to buy out AmerisourceBergen. That would make Walgreens a pharmacy and a drug distributor under one roof. Walgreens already owns 26% of the company. CVS just bought out Aetna in a similar deal. Some analysts see this as a move to bulk up and fight off any move by Amazon to dip into the market.
New this morning, Waste Management of Nebraska workers will be seeing more green thanks to new tax laws. Now, full-time employees who aren't currently on a bonus or in sales will get an extra $2,000. They say the money will be extended to new employees hired in 2018 as well. Waste Management is also looking for additions to their team. They'll be holding a job fair on February 17th from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. near 16th and Laurel. Now, new and experienced drivers are eligible for a $4,500 bonus. And today is Fat Tuesday, and the sights and sounds of Mardi Gras in the South are coming to life. This was one of the parades that rolled through New Orleans on Monday and featured colorful floats and characters in costume. The annual tradition started back in 1882, and of course we'll be seeing more celebrations like this one on Bourbon Street happening today. Man, it sounds like a great time. Kind of reminds me of, you know, being back home, you know, in Las Vegas and just
partying. Sounds like you had a wild past there, James.
Yeah, some things we don't know about there. Yeah, it's been going on all night. We keep taking the live shots. People, when we got in, we were looking at that before our 4:30 early riser show. It's still going now, so very early, it's still a party.
What's the weather like right now?
It's nice. It's actually, yeah, they're ahead of the rain. There's some showers in Texas, and it was in the 50s this morning, so that's pretty good.
There's still people on the streets right there at 6 a.m. So,
party.
Yeah, big party, no coats, and we might need a lighter jacket than our big parka we've been wearing.
Yeah, I think you can just go to the normal winter heavy coat, not that super duper parka from the Arctic Circle there.
No parkas needed.
Yeah, and then lighter jackets, maybe, dare I say, sweatshirt weather possibly by tomorrow. We'll see. You know, when it's been this cold, when it gets close to 50, you know, you can handle it.
Well, they don't need it. Well, hey, where'd all the people go? Oh, there's somebody. There's somebody. That is a live look at Bourbon Street right now. The party is winding down, but you know, still some people out there on the streets. Time now, 6:10, 22 degrees outside in Omaha and 50. And right now, you said, it's looking good for them there. They'll have much more celebrations to come, and we'll have much more news and weather. You're watching 3 News Now this morning.
You're watching KMTV 3 News Now with Emily Zink, James Johnson, weather with meteorologist Ryan McPike, and traffic with Max Tarleton. This is KMTV 3 News Now this morning.
On the next Morning Blend, want to see a singing pig? The Shrine Circus is in town. Find out what else is new.
Ever thought about going solar? We'll explore the benefits with ISI Solar.
We'll see you at 9.
The 3 News Now Mobile Storm Tracker, sponsored by Jensen Tire and Auto.
I'm Troy Trum, and I make finding the perfect home easier. Check out one of my latest listings.
This walkout ranch has a huge finished basement and is close to the lake and walking trails.
For your home dream, call the Trum team at 402-884-4444. 4848.
This guy's about to get hosed by hidden fees. Because if you're not with US Cellular, you're probably getting hit with activation fees and other random charges. Ooh. But at US Cellular, we know what matters. No hidden fees and a strong signal. There you go. And now get unlimited data for just $35 a month when you switch. But hurry, it's only for a limited time and only at US Cellular, with a stronger signal in the middle of anywhere.
Thousands of award-winning Honda SUVs are on sale from $189 a month during the Honda President's Day sales event. Get a surprisingly spacious 2018 HR-V, $189 a month, or step up to Pilot for $329 a month with available seating for 8. Plus, we have Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, the 2018 CR-V, and Ridgeline, a Car and Driver's 10 Best. All on sale for up to $3,805, less than the competition. Honda's got it at your Omaha area Honda dealers.
Here at ISI Solar, we're committed to saving you money by bringing your vision of solar to light. We've shown business and homeowners how to save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every month. We like to call that sun money.
Sun money!
Woo! I love sun money.
Yeah, we really get a charge out of it too. Start saving sun money today with solar shingles. They're less intrusive than panels and blend in on your roof. Call us today. ISI Solar, bringing your solar vision to life.
I'm Troy Trum. If you can't find the perfect home, call me, because I have access to many homes for sale that no one else knows about. The sooner you call me, the sooner we can find that perfect home. For your home dream, call the Trum team at 402-884-4848.
This Weather Alert Team forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, Roofing, Siding, and Windows.
All right, once again this morning, we still are a little bit cool, but not as brutally cold as we've been accustomed to. 613 temps, 23 degrees. We're actually up one. Little bit of a breeze and some cloud cover helping to hold temps up. The problem is that breeze is going to make it feel colder than what the air temperature is. But the good news is we're mainly quiet. So after several bouts of light snow last week, it looks like we'll see mainly dry conditions and temperatures will continue to climb. Outside, Creighton University right now, hints of a little bit of fair weather cloud cover. Still pretty dark though at 23 degrees and cold when you factor in the southeast winds at 16. Visibility is good, but with temperatures still in the upper teens to mid 20s from north to south, we're definitely talking about wind chill factors on the cold side. In fact, our air temperature is now 12 in Wayne. We're down 1 this hour in Lincoln at 22. Right now, Fremont, you're 21. Up in Tacoma, we're 20 degrees. Down to the south, Nebraska City to Falls City, both 24. Not much change. Southwest Iowa, Northwest Missouri, Red Oak, Clarinda, Maryville, all kind of in that 23 to 25 degree range. Here's a little bit of a troublemaker though. South to southeast winds from about 10 to 15 make it feel like 10 above here. Single digits to the north, even as cold as 0 in Wayne right now. And then you can see we warm into the double digits for wind chill factors off to the south. As I was saying, nothing fall from our sky. So we don't have any blowing snow or any snow coming down, and we don't have any fog. So we're looking pretty good as far as that goes. Now, we have been following a little patchy area of snow up toward O'Neill. Bigger action continues to take off, say from Minneapolis, just to the west of Milwaukee and Chicago, north of St. Louis. Most of this is pretty light, but if you're flying to some of those major hubs, just look ahead. I don't think there'll be any delays really from this, but you never know, and wouldn't hurt to kind of look ahead and kind of keep an eye on that. Otherwise, the trend has been for all of that to move farther away from us. You can see a band of clouds kind of setting up right along and south of the interstate with the brighter white clouds, and then there's still some patchy clouds and flurries back to the northwest. But no major weather systems coming in, and after we waffle between the teens and 20s this morning, midday temperatures will warm from the mid-20s to around 30 by noon, and then we should keep on going to the mid to upper 30s later today, and it won't even be quite as cold tonight. 30s through the evening, and then back to about 26 for an overnight low tonight. So just a mix of sun and clouds today, but a bit warmer. This is actually pretty close to normal at 38, so we can handle that. And then not as chilly tonight as we drop to 26. Winds will lighten up out of the south and southeast there at 5 to 10. And then nice day coming up tomorrow. A lot of stuff. Obviously, Fat Tuesday today, Ash Wednesday following that tomorrow, and it's also Valentine's Day tomorrow. So dry and 48 looks pretty good. And then a front approaches Thursday. That'll bring a few more clouds. Breezes pick up. We could even see some very light snow or flurries Thursday evening. That does not look to amount to much right now. And then as we head towards Friday, that may be the tough one. Windy and colder at 25, but we bounce back into the 40s this weekend before rain possibly goes to snow Sunday night into next Monday. So something to watch there. All right, at 6:16, it is 23 degrees. Now let's shift gears and go to Adam with sports.
Time for your OSI Morning Sports Minute. Creighton cracks the top 25 of the coaches poll. CU now number 25, but still just outside the AP. The Jays are coming off a loss to 4th-ranked Xavier on Saturday. Creighton hosts Bemidji State tonight at 7 on FS2. The Nebraska men, meanwhile, will try to extend their winning streak to 6 tonight. The Huskers host Maryland, and you saw on the outside looking in, according to some NCAA tournament projections, the Big Red, one of the first 4 teams out in the latest ESPN bracketology.
I think we've looked at every game this year as an underdog. We've known the talent that we've had, but we necessarily haven't gotten that respect yet. So we're approaching every game basically like it's a tournament game. Like it's a must-win. If you want to get to where you want to get to, you got to win it.
It's a very important ball game. I don't believe in must-win games, but we know this time of year when you're on the bubble, it's either you have to win or you can't afford to lose.
Tip time tonight from the vault, set for 6 on BTN. Have a good one, everybody.
To solve the case, you've got to trust your intuition.
What's your gut telling you?
My gut?
Come on, give me some of that gut stuff.
Catch NCIS CBS tonight.
I'm Dr. Jason Bull. I'm not a lawyer. I'm an expert in what's called trial science. I'm actually kind of great at this.
Dr. Bull, take your seat.
This courtroom, this is where the man lives.
You set me up to lose, and the irony is that I'm trying to save your life.
CBS tonight, 9/8 Central.
We all have that thing inside. You can keep it chained, but I say smash the lock and set it free. That's a brotherhood of muscle.
Well-qualified lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2018 Dodge Durango for $299 a month.
I have diabetes. So does my dad. For years, he couldn't keep his diabetes under control. It led to his heart attack, and it led us to the team at Methodist, who saved his life. They were the ones who gave him a second chance. Now Dad's getting stronger than he's been in a long time, and we're helping him stay on track. That experience made us all healthier. That's the best kind of family bond.
Methodist, the meaning of care.
If I go this way, I could pancake some pancakes, but if I go that way, I could omelet some omelets.
Hey, just go to IHOP. They have all kind of omelets that come with pancakes.
IHOP's omelets come with pancakes.
It's a great show of sportsmanship. An impromptu wrestling match at the district tournament in York, Nebraska on Saturday night brought the crowd to its feet. And the blue and yellow 15-year-old Seward High School freshman Grant Fellhofer, he has Down syndrome and is the team manager. So Austin Middleton, a Ralston High School senior, asked Grant if he wanted to compete in his first match ever. Grant Fellhofer got a pin and a memory that will last a lifetime.
But it's not just a story about wrestling. It's also one about kindness. Reporter Lindsay Thies explains.
You got your whistle? Where's your whistle at? In the cage?
Grant Fellhofer loves wrestling. It's in his blood.
Grant's gone to every wrestling match he probably ever could.
That's his uncle, an assistant coach on the Seward High School wrestling team. His first bouts were with his cousin Brogan, also on the team.
Every Christmas, every family gathering.
So of course, when Grant turned 15 and entered freshman year of high school, he had to be on the wrestling team. He's the manager, but he loves the sport so much, it's not hard to talk him into a match.
Grant comes in and everything, he's just happy. He's happy to be up here. So it just brings so much to this team.
This weekend, Grant's positivity and love for the sport of wrestling was returned tenfold. But it wasn't from a teammate, maybe not even someone that you would expect. It came from an unlikely opponent.
I had seen Grant hanging out with the Seward team all weekend.
Ralston High School senior Austin Middleton had just lost his match, meaning his season and his high school wrestling career was over. But instead of feeling sad or upset in that moment, Austin saw Grant.
He had his singlet on and his headgear and everything. He was ready to go.
A singlet, by the way, that coach says Grant somehow snagged. But that didn't seem to matter now. Austin found a ref who agreed to judge the scrimmage. Then it was game on. It was close. A shoe even came loose.
It was a tough match for sure.
But in the end, Grant got the pin. And as you can see, it was a crowning moment.
That was really just for him. That was his moment.
Did you think you were gonna win?
Yes.
Yeah? You knew you were gonna win. Now, the Seward Blue Jays are getting ready for state, and Grant's helping them prep too. At the heart of it all, a new appreciation for wrestling and for sportsmanship itself, thanks to some 30 seconds that were very special this weekend.
What a great story. Again, sports bringing people together.
Yeah, Lindsay did a great job telling it. And I think that Austin from Ralston, the senior, is still a winner. Even though he lost his match, he did an incredible thing. I absolutely love that. And hopefully, Max, people are loving the roads. I know sometimes the morning commute could be slow going. How's it looking out there?
Yeah, that was a great story and a great commute so far, to answer your question there. I am tracking a couple of slow spots. We are seeing L Street, a little slow near 84th Street, and then on 84th Street, just south of Harrison, we're seeing a little bit of congestion there. Also on the eastbound side of Industrial Road, as you're approaching L Street, look at that, it's all red. Yikes, nobody wants to deal with that. And over in Council Bluffs, just a couple of slow areas as you're on these ramps coming from the 29 or the 80 if you're making that interchange to one of those. So just be careful if you're going through some of those interchanges. They might be a little congested this morning. Hey, here's a map a little bit further out from Fremont. Things are flowing nice if you're going through Valley. Same story from Lincoln and Bellevue. Roads looking pretty good. Here's a shot at 72nd Street. Traffic flowing nicely out there. And as far as our interstate, let's take a look at 680 to the river. 9 minutes still, so base travel times pretty good there. And as far as some of our side streets, let's take a look at those. 72nd, 1 minute from L to I-80. 84th Street, smooth sailing from 370 to Giles, and 144th from Oakview Drive over to Dot Street. That's going to take you about 4 minutes. All right, let me know what's driving you crazy on Facebook and on Twitter with a look at traffic. I'm Max Tarleton. You're watching 3 News Now this morning, and we're back with more news in just a couple of minutes.
Get 24% off membership at Genesis through February 15th.
Exarban ARS provides fast and reliable heating and air conditioning services. Looking to repair, service, or upgrade your furnace or air conditioner? We can help. Exarban ARS provides professional heating and air conditioning repair, maintenance, and new installations. Freebuary is back. Get a free furnace and Nest thermostat when you purchase and install a qualifying air conditioner. Call 402-935-6000 or visit exarbanars.com. Heating, cooling, plumbing, comfort.
Hooray! Crispy fish tacos, popcorn shrimp street tacos too. Hurry to Taco John's because they're back, it's true. Hooray! For Taco John's, come eat them every day.
This Friday and Saturday, Rushmore Benjamin's back into your pocket with President's Day deals at Discount Tire. Get a $100 Visa prepaid card when you buy select sets of tires and another $100 Visa prepaid card when you buy any set of wheels. Save even more Lincolns when you use your Discount Tire credit card. And get up to $320 in rebates on select tire and wheel packages. Discount Tire, where America saves on tires.
Dr. Sprague, how are you, buddy?
Boys Town Pediatrics. You know us for keeping kids healthy and same-day appointments when they catch what's going around. But did you know we also offer highly specialized diagnosis and treatment for life-altering disorders, digestive problems, and serious injuries? To learn more about our specialized care for kids and to meet our physicians, visit us today at boystownpediatrics.org.
What is going on? Today we're going to run a slalom course, not down the mountain, but up it.
That's terrifying.
In one of these.
Sweet.
The Chevy Silverado offers a combination of four-wheel drive and an exclusive auto-locking rear differential.
Let's do this.
So if a rear wheel starts to slip, the axle automatically locks to provide better traction.
Feels like a beast. Grip's great. Dude, that was awesome.
Qualified lessees with a current eligible GM lease can get this 2018 Chevy Silverado All-Star for around $269 a month. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Welcome back. The Chipotle restaurant chain is throwing an extra perk at U.S. Olympic snowboarder Red Garrett, who won the first U.S. medal in the Olympics over the weekend. The company tweeted, quote, "We like your style, Redmond Garrett. You've earned the gold. Now let us bring the silver. We want to hook you up with free Chipotle, so come score 87 burritos for you and your friends when you get back to Colorado. Let's celebrate." The 17-year-old who competed in the slopestyle snowboarding is the youngest American to win gold in the Winter Olympics since 1928. 87 is the number of points he received. And man, I love Chipotle, so way to go for Garrett.
He is a funny kid. I was laughing so hard this morning because he was late. His roommate had to wake him up for his event. He slept right through his alarm. Then he couldn't find his coat, so he wore his roommate's coat to compete. And then he ended up winning gold. So this kid just lives a life, then he gets free Chipotle.
That,
I want
87 of them for him and his friends.
There you go.
It's a lot of burritos.
Yeah, it's a lot of burritos, and I'm liking this warm-up. It's looking really nice in the 7-day.
Yeah, it'll be a little slow to start this morning with the wind and the temperatures a little either side of 20, but trust us, it's coming today and even more so as we head towards tomorrow.
Perfect for Valentine's Day tomorrow. Well, Douglas County sent notices to thousands of residents who are impacted by dangerous lead. Hear a personal story of how one family is trying to protect their children from potential exposure. That story coming up in a live report. Time now, 6:27, 23 degrees live. Look outside in your 108th and Q. As you see, traffic really starting to pick up on the roadways. Max will have another look at our traffic in just a bit. You're watching 3 News Now this morning.
Traffic Now, sponsored by Rebath. We make it easy to remodel and love your entire bathroom.
There definitely is a change in healthcare as far as making it more accessible.
A new business in Omaha is bringing nurse practitioners to your home.
Yeah, I think what she's doing is great.
The benefits of house calls and how one local nurse is caring for families one child at a time. Tonight on 3 News Now, live at 10. OmahaSportsInsider.com, the best coverage of all your favorite local teams. The largest on-air sports team in Omaha. OmahaSportsInsider.com, your sports source.
So I want my glasses to be unique. My girlfriend loves artists. And I need a conservative pair because her parents hate artists.
Get up to 40% off a second pair of glasses. Schedule your eye exam at pearlvision.com.
The Honda President's Day sales event is here, and we're celebrating all across America with brilliant deals on some of our most popular vehicles. Explore our great nation with the 2017 KBB.com Best Value brand during the Honda President's Day sales event. Visit your Honda dealer today.
Now Contour from Cox gets you right to the strange stuff.
Something's coming. Something hungry for blood.
Noble stuff.
The crown must always win. Show me something dramatic.
And orange stuff. Along with the best stuff on cable, because Netflix is now on Contour.
How awesome is this place?
Just say it.
Black Mirror.
And get right to the fierce, funny, bold, and bingey stuff. Watch it all on Contour from Cox, now with Netflix.
What does it mean to have more heart? Are you more courageous, more committed, more giving? At CHI Health, we believe healthy hearts power rewarding lives. That's why we're redefining the future of heart care, imagining new ways to repair broken hearts and keep healthy ones beating strong. It means marching to a different beat, because this is more than heart care. This is life care. CHI Health. Imagine that.
This is KMTV 3 News Now, this morning.
Good morning, I'm James Johnson.
And I'm Emily Zing. Today is Tuesday, February 13th. This morning, a county agency wants to work with you to keep your family safe from dangers that could be leaking into your home.
That's right. Pediatricians warn long-term exposure to lead can cause developmental delays in children. 3 News Now reporter Shantae Passmore shares a family story and how they hope others will learn from their experience.
Good morning. 2 words right now: lead contamination. The Douglas County Health Department sent thousands of letters to homes possibly affected with lead dust. So far, mostly crickets, but one family this morning wants you to reconsider.
The Zolikoffers are one of 13,000 homes and apartments
that has had lead exposure.
Located in what the EPA declared a Superfund site. A result of the Asarco lead smelter plant pumping out large quantities of lead into the air and ground in much of East Omaha. The exposure very personal to this family of 5.
Over the last couple of years, we've been experiencing lead poisoning through my son. Very low iron, and I think maybe some learning disabilities or delays, speech challenges.
Then the family received something from the Douglas County Health Department.
We started sending out about 200 to 300 letters every day.
In it, the county urges people to get their homes tested for lead dust. The Zolikoffers got their baseboards and windowsills tested while also receiving this.
The HEPA vacuum cleaner is super helpful.
Experts say its filter can trap 99.97% of almost all airborne particles. The health department says cleaning homes properly along with a balanced diet can reverse lead exposure symptoms over time.
Hi, big boy. Hi, big boy. It's a relief to know that we can help further prevent anything, but then also keep our other children safe as well. And now if you're worried about lead in your soil, then you would contact the city of Omaha, which took over soil remediation back in around 2015. But the big takeaway this morning, if you get one of these letters from the Douglas County Health Department, then you might want to respond. Reporting live in Omaha, Shantae Passmore, 3 News Now this morning.
Good info there. Thanks, Shantae. Well, Congress is now turning its attention to immigration reform and the fate of so-called dreamers. The move follows a key vote in the Senate on Monday and a promise from Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to take up immigration policy in exchange for an end to a 3-day government shutdown last month. Just last night, lawmakers voted on a motion to proceed on a bill they will now use to drive immigration reform. Republican Chuck Grassley of Iowa is among a group of senators offering an amendment that would include $25 billion for a border wall and end the diversity visa lottery system.
This is a rare opportunity to fix a real problem. This bill is the only Senate bill that has any chance of becoming law.
Republicans and Democrats will continue debating the topic this week. More are expected to introduce their own amendments throughout the week.
This morning, we know more about a letter containing white powder that was addressed to Donald Trump Jr. CBS News has learned that the letter was postmarked from Boston. John Jr.'s wife, Vanessa, was taken to the hospital yesterday after she opened that envelope. It was sent to her mother-in-law's residence in New York. Police determined the powder was not considered dangerous.
This Weather Alert Team forecast sponsored by Elite Exteriors, roofing, siding, and windows.
All right, time now is 6:34. Still holding at 23 degrees, and we've kind of been going back and forth between about 20 and 23 the last 3 or 4 hours here. The only trouble really this morning, yeah, it's chilly. It's the winds. So up out of the south-southeast, at times gusting to 15. So that's doing a number on our wind chill factor. In fact, the best we've done has gone from about 9 above to feeling like 10 above. Now, we do have some scattered clouds out there. However, Max, we may see sunshine kind of filter through from time to time. So definitely keep the sunglasses handy. This time of year, we still got to deal with that sun glare, especially as you travel